Good morning. It's the first weekend in June, and I thought I'd walk you through my vegetable garden and backyard orchard. Right here, I'm in the area called Backcountry Road, where we planted our little mini orchard. I have 2 pomegranates, a pink satin, and a wonderful over there that I'm attempting to espalier. And I have 3 fruit trees here, a Fuyu persimmon, an O. Henry peach, and on the other side, a cotton candy apium. The Fuyu persimmon has really struggled, so hopefully this year it's rooted in enough. We do have quite a few persimmons, but there's also a lot of dead wood on the plant, so I'm going to be watching it carefully. The O. Henry peach does not have the bumper crop that it had last year, and the limbs are weighed down, so I'm gonna have to put some supports under them again to keep them from breaking. I did thin very aggressively this year, making sure to really try and keep the weight on the plants to a minimum, and I tried very hard to keep the thinning to about every 6 inches, but well, maybe I didn't do as well as I'd hoped, but it's looking pretty good. These are the stakes that I use primarily to hold the limbs up on my fruit tree. Many years ago, my brother-in-law made these for me. Put a little arch here so I could lay the branch in here and then kind of place it strongly in the ground at a point. And I have used these for so long. Obviously, they're even starting to break and stuff, but they've been terrific. This time last year, I'd had my crop of apiums pretty much done, although this year I definitely have a ton more apiums. I only got about a dozen last year, so this is looking phenomenal. I didn't even thin because I wasn't sure how much I would get. I tried one. They're still a little sour, so maybe another week at the most. They might be ready. Lots of flowers on the pomegranates. This is the wonderful and the pink satin flowers. On the other side of the garden, I have 3 blueberry plants that get a lot more shade. I have 2 of them shrouded right now to protect them from the birds because the blueberries are almost ripe. I've been checking regularly to see how they're doing, and they were still a little sour a couple days ago, but they should be ready in no time. The 3 varieties I have are the Misty, the O. Henry, and the Pink Lemonade. The Pink Lemonade are not quite ripe, so I will shroud this one once these 2 are done. I've decided that this area gets a little too much shade, and that's why they lean forward. So I'm planning to move them once again, and this time I'm going to move them into this space. So I've been moving my wine barrels over here to kind of prep the area for moving the blueberries here for next year. Last year, my vegetable garden was right here. I had a combination of fabric pots and raised beds, and I have cleared this space out, as I've shared in another video, and moved it into this area right here. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning right now, and this area gets sun sometime between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning, and then it remains in the sun for the rest of the day. So all the plants are doing really well. This wonderful little zucchini has just taken off. It's interesting to see how they've all behaved differently. I started all of these zucchinis or the squash from seed. This zucchini is huge and doing really well. I have a second zucchini right there that is doing nice, but definitely not as well. I have a yellow squash here that's barely showing up as a plant, so tiny, and a second yellow squash here that is just barely getting going as well. And it just surprises me how different the plants are behaving. This plant versus that plant. Now 2 years ago, I had a zucchini here. We called it Audrey because she was nuts. And this is definitely Audrey too. I am tree forming. This year I'm going to try to be more diligent. Last year I tried putting them in tomato cages. This year I've put the stake in the ground, and I'm going to try and tree form once again. We'll see how this goes. I have planted a number of things in the garden, and much of it is an experiment because I am not familiar with a lot of them, so I'm going to walk you through what I have. Here in this spot is a fennel and dill. They emit something into the soil that can hinder the growth of other plants, so I put them in a separate pot. I have a straight neck yellow squash, dill. I have onions planted on either side of this arbor. The Armenian cucumber I direct seeded, marigolds, seascape strawberries, and a yellow bell pepper. The yellow bell pepper I tried to overwinter died, so this is my replacement pepper. Right here next to the elevated bed is a chamomile. This bed similarly has a shiseido pepper, basil, pole beans, bush beans, more onions, a sun sugar tomato doing quite well on this arbor, a black beauty zucchini with bush beans interplanted, and more bush beans, although I have been noticing some issues with the bush beans getting spider mites, so they may not survive. Oh, and look at that. I have a few tomatoes ripening. For the new beds, I went a little crazy. In the fabric pots, I planted Yukon Gold potatoes with the oyas, so I regularly fill the oyas and I overwater and feed. These have been in the ground for about 5 or 6 weeks. In this first raised bed, I planted some flowers. I just transplanted some California poppies here. I've got the seascape strawberries, thyme, yellow straight neck squash, more seascape, more onions, more Genovese basil. This is the sun gold tomato, Thai basil. We have a bunch of strawberries ripening on these seascapes. In the second raised bed, I have oregano, more onions, another zucchini. This is a sweetie pole tomato, more strawberries, the indeterminate patio tomato. On this side, I have the bolted cilantro. I did a red bell pepper and I tried this time to top it, so we'll see how it develops over the next few months. Another strawberry, and I have a bag of strawberries here where I was also trying to do more acidified soil, and I apparently put too much acid in here and burned them, but they have since recovered, so we'll see if I get any strawberries. The last place I'm gardening is in this new elevated bed that I got from Vego that I've put on these cute little design of stepping stones, and I interplanted pink thyme. I was hoping that this area will fill in real pretty. More of a lot of the same. I have 2 hearts of gold melons growing on this arch. I tried this last year and it worked out. I got this idea from Angela from Growing in the Garden. More bush beans, strawberries, Italian parsley, onions, more onions. These onions are doing the best. I think they get the most sun, especially the hottest afternoon sun. And what I thought the overwintered Jimmy Nardello pepper, but based on the way these are growing, this is the one that isn't the Jimmy Nardello. The last few things in this bed is more Thai basil, more strawberries, bush beans, sage, and a tiny lavender plant, just intermixed. So my experiments this year to try a variety of crops and to really plant thickly, I'm calling it chaos gardening. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited to see how this develops this year. And thank you for joining me for my garden journey.